Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. We're good. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. You okay with the volume? You want me to go? You want me to go? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sweet Erickson Thunderbird Gym, the house that Sweet built. I'm Jack Noakes, and we're ready to start a brand new season for Casper College basketball, a brand new season with a brand new coaching staff for the men who will come in and face one of the national powers in JUCO basketball, the Bruins from Salt Lake Community College, Casper's first home opponent. The Birds started earlier this week on the road and of all places in the Cougar Palace in Scotts Bluff against Western Nebraska. Casper wins its first game of the season under new head coach Tom Parks. They win it by a final count of 80-74. Things get really tough tonight because one of the powers not only in Region 18 but in all of the nation in junior college basketball, Salt Lake City Community College comes to town. The Bruins, on the same night the Birds were beating Western Nebraska, the Bruins were on the road in Riverton taking on Central Wyoming, and they came away with a 77-70 victory. So both ball clubs 1-0 on this young season. It'll be interesting to see what the new head coach, Tom Parks, and his assistant, Dion Anderson, dream up, what they come up with. The Birds, and we'll talk about this a little later as the season winds on or goes around. The Birds, both the men and women, returning just 3 players this year. On the ladies' side, Dwight Ganeri having to add 12 new ones, and the same number for the men, as new coach Tom Parks had to do some recruiting, obviously, when Sean Gutting left the program. Casper comes into this coming off its last game here, the Region 9 Championship held right here on the court, Sweet Erickson Thunderbird Gym, and the Birds were beaten by Trinidad State, of all people, 78-77. Casper finished the year 24-8. However, they didn't get the coveted Region 9 championship. Trinidad State went out in the first game at Hutch. So we'll see what happens here tonight, what Tom Parks puts on the floor, and chatting with him just a little bit before the start of the ball game. Facing one of the tallest teams in the nation. There are 5 players on this team, 6'10" or better. A couple of them did not make the trip, and a couple did not suit. In visiting with Kyle Taylor, their head coach, they still have some outstanding size and also some outstanding athletes. They come in 2 of the last 3 years. They have been the top scoring team in the nation. In 2022, they finished second in the nation at Hutch in the national tournament. So it's a ball club that's got some experience, it's got some talent, and it has some tradition, recent tradition, as being a power. I think they've won 4 of the last 5 Region 18 titles, which is doing something when you have College of Southern Idaho in your same region. Both ball clubs going through their early warm-ups here, and we'll come back and we'll talk about some of the players, look at the starting lineups, and set the scene for game number 1 at home, game number 2 on the season. Casper College basketball. We're back after this.
Hey, Coach. So I've been with you for a couple weeks. What's your philosophy on player development?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it really boils down to 2 things, imagination and creativity.
Go, yes, yes, go, quick, one more time, it's coming, Georgie, oh, another one, Georgie, give me that, don't step on my 2, don't step on my 2, quick, finish, let's go, come on, Frank, go, jump on your shot, just shut up, go, one more, let's go, get it up, go, finish it, nice job.
Jack Noakes back at Erickson Thunderbird Gym on a night when the border war is going on down in Laramie. For those of you who will be watching this live, I know a lot of people pick up the stream later on, but live, the Cowboys with a 10-7 lead over the Colorado State Rams. Still a couple minutes to go now in the opening half of play. And what little I've been able to listen to, the Cowboys have had a couple of chances to extend that lead and have failed to do so. But right now, hoping to go into the locker room with a 3-point lead. CSU with the ball deep in its own territory right now, looking at a 4th down with 2.5 minutes to go. Let's talk about Casper College and the new head basketball coach for the men's program. Tom Parks comes in, a native of Cheyenne, played on a good Cheyenne Central team that lost the state championship game to its arch rival Cheyenne East back in 2006 when East had a lot of players that could flat get it up and down the court. So Parks knows the area. He then went up to Sheridan College, played for a year up there, and then finally ended up at Northern State in Aberdeen in South Dakota, playing for one of the great names in college basketball. Small college coach who had a huge national reputation, talking about Don Miller, who came one time, I remember, had a chance to talk to him and interview him when he was here for the Wyoming Coaches Convention. Quite a guy and quite a coach. So Parks has a pretty good resume. Most recently, he has been in Florida. He actually led his team there. I got to look here quickly. To a record at State College of Florida, to 92 wins, 72 wins in 5 seasons. The team previous to that had won only 22 games in 5 years. So built a program that had a reputation for graduating 100% of his sophomore players, and did a good job there in a region that, much like where Salt Lake is, Region 18, the region that is Florida is just loaded with talent. As a matter of fact, looked at the JUCO rankings today, and Northwestern Florida is the #1 ranked team in the nation, not only on the men's side, but also in women's basketball. And their men's team, I believe, was national champions last year. So Parks has faced some stiff competition. He's also managed to negotiate some road trips as far as a player and a coach, an assistant coach, grad assistant at Sheridan. So he knows the region. He's been around it, knows what to expect. Deion Anderson is his assistant. He comes to Casper from Florida State, where he was an assistant, a grad assistant, and then an assistant and a manager for Leonard Hamilton, the Hall of Fame coach for Florida State in Tallahassee. We're about a minute away from the introduction of the starting lineups. A pair of 1-0 teams will get on the floor here, and we'll see what happens with the T-Birds for the first time this year. Casper on the season with that 80-74 victory Tuesday night over Scotts Bluff. Shot 41% from the field, including 29 behind the arc. I know Coach Parks not particularly happy with the way his team shot the ball. A bright spot, they were 85% at the free throw line. That'll win you some games. They dished out 13 assists during the contest. They were out rebounded by the opposition 47-43. We should mention that Casper will be back on the floor at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon when they will take on the Jumpstart Academy out of Salt Lake. Jumpstart losing to Sean Neary and Gillette. Gillette back playing basketball, and Jumpstart lost 106-49 in our first game here this evening. So we'll come back and we'll stay with or get our national anthem here in a moment as we go down to the court. Good to have you along, and good to start another basketball season here at Erickson T-Bird Gym. The national anthem, and we're set for starting lineups here. The Bruins, 77-70 winners earlier this week over Central Wyoming on the road. Shot 60% from the field, 44% behind the arc. They were an 86% free throw shooting team. Dished out 17 assists, out-rebounded the opposition 36-28. So we'll start with Michael Folarin, a 6'11" player from London. C.J. Luster, 6'4". Luster from Denton, Texas. Folarin had 10 in the opening game. Luster had 13. Bryce Zephyr, a 6'5" guard, had 14. He hails from Carson, California. Zayon Collins, a 6'1" guard from Las Vegas, had 11 in their opening win. And then 6'9" Xavier Edmonds from Long Beach, California, had 14. That's the starting five for the Bruins. For the Cowboys. For the T-Birds, this is the way they will go. Malik Rebetez had 12 in the opener. From Chicago, the 6'2" guard Darius Robinson led the way with 25 against Western. Abdul Bashir will also start for the Birds. Had 13 against Western. He's 6'7", a freshman from Omaha. Then we'll go to another player down low for the Birds. Josh E.J., 6'10" sophomore from the United Kingdom, had 8 points, 14 rebounds against the Cougars. And the final starter for the Birds will be Nate Sasser III. Sasser had 11 in that opening win for the Birds. He'll come in from West Palm Beach, Florida. He's a 6'6" freshman. So the Birds will go with Rebetez, Robinson, Bashir, E.J., and Sasser III as we are set to go. For Casper, it will be Josh E.J. jumping center, going against Michael Folarin. Folarin 6'11", E.J. is 6'9", and the Bruins will control the tap in the backcourt. At the half now, Wyoming leading CSU 10-7. We'll update you throughout the game. Low post feed. Birds will double team the ball. Head fake in the lane and a nice move, and the basket is good. Bryce Zephyr gets the first hoop of the game and a 2-0 lead for the Bruins. Just underway. Out of backcourt. Sasser looks at the high post. Ball almost knocked loose from E.J. Casper will control. Robinson sets up on the wing. They get him a shot for a three that's blocked. Blocked nicely that time. Back the other way. And a hustle play by Robinson after his shot's blocked. He comes back and manages to return the favor. Zayon Collins thought he had an easy deuce on the layup. 2-0, just underway, 45 seconds in. Luster with the basketball for the Bruins. Works behind a pick, kicks it on the left side in front of his bench, and they'll bring it back out top. Zephyr working it over, and they'll kick it back out front for a long three by the lefty, and that's good. Bryce Zephyr has all 5 points, and it's a 5-0 lead for his ball club. Birds second time on offense. Dribble drive down the right side, looking in the lane, trying to get a shot off. Can't do it. Sasser has to kick it back out top, under 10 on the shot clock. Robinson with the drive, right-hand layup from the left-hand side. 5-2, Birds down by 3. Pressure in the backcourt now. Collins gets it across, and they'll bring it for a wide open three from the right side. No, they crash the boards, miss with the follow. Another follow's no good, and a foul will be whistled. The putback by Folarin won't count. Bashir will get the foul. It'll be his first and the first team foul for the Birds. It's a shooting foul. Xavier Edmonds, 6'9", from Long Beach, California, had 14 in the win over Central. And the first one rims and then falls through. First player other than Zephyr to score for the Bruins, who hiked the lead back to 4. Second one on the way is good. Both teams shooting over 80% in their inaugural game from the free throw line. Birds with the basketball. Revetez out of backcourt for Robinson. Swing it on the left side, outside now to Bashir. Right back out top. High arc three, in and out, no good. Ball tapped around, rebound taken away by the Bruins. They'll run it ahead quickly. Zephyr wants to burn the baseline, gets in deep, dishes in the paint, and the layup is good. Nice feed down low. Zayon Collins with his first bucket, and it's a 9-2 lead right now for the Bruins. Birds have trailed throughout here in the opening 2.5 minutes. In deep, head fake, bores in, off the glass, no good. Revetez drew the foul, should go to the line for a pair here. And he will. Luster is going to get the foul. It'll be his first. Team fouls even at 1 apiece. And the first free throw is nothing but net. Revetez had 12 in the win at Scotts Bluff. Malik, one of the many transfers, 6'3" sophomore from Lausanne in Switzerland. Second free throw good. Cuts the lead back to 5. We played 2.5 minutes. Out of backcourt. Zephyr with the basketball. Gives it out top. Exchanges with Collins. They'll feed the low post. Turning, shooting, shot block from behind. But it comes back for an attempt at the slam by Fuller, and he missed. It's off the back iron. Birds can run it ahead out of backcourt. Looking to the left side and feeding to the left side. Sasser gets it over to Bashir, and he'll drain the three from the left arc. And the Birds are within 2 at 9-7. There's a long feed. They thought they could work the lob down Doe to Fuller, and instead threw it almost into the training room. First substitute for Casper. Kuhn Kuan will check in for the T-Birds. Had 2 points in the win at Scotts Bluff. He's a 6'9" sophomore from Omaha. Lots of new names to learn for the old guy and the fans. Out top. They'll get it in deep and score it in deep. EJ with his first basket. Here's a shot that's going to go and count. 9-9, the Birds get back to a tie, and then they will foul. Revetez is going to get the foul, and the basket will count. Xavier Edmonds to the free throw line. Chance for a three-point play as Salt Lake goes back on top by a deuce. Free throw is good. He's got 5. The lead is 3, 12-9. Birds have trailed by as many as 7 early here. Fought back and get the tie and then the foul. Here's Robinson ahead with the left-hand dribble. Between the circles, looks at the high post, keeps it, floats down the left side, gives it back out top to Bashir. Bashir for a right side feed, long three, no good. And the Birds will have to hustle back on defense. Bruins on the attack. Left-hander for a three that is left short. Ball tapped outside and taken away by Robinson. Zephyr with the miss. Robinson with the rebound. Casper basketball to Bashir into the lane. Kicks it outside, dribble drive, and the ball's loose and taken away. Feeding it ahead, and the layup will be good by Collins, his 4th point of the ball game. The lead's back to 5. Robinson pushes, high arc 3, nothing but net from the top. Darius with 5 now, and the Birds are within a deuce. Outside, head fake on the 3, puts a man in the air and drills the 3. That's Zayon Collins, now leads all scorers with 7. 5 minutes into what you figure is going to be a high-scoring game. Out top, push on a 3 that's partially blocked, air ball taken away. Collins will run it ahead quickly. Bouncing on the low post, Birds want for the double team. Went for the steal, but a foul's going to be whistled here. EJ gets the foul. That'll be Josh's first. Got some lights out on the scoreboard. Got to look over at the other one. Inbounds play in deep. Birds will double team Edmonds. He'll bring it and cross court it, and Casper gets the steal. Ahead quickly. Out of back court, and Rebetez a little bit out of control at the free throw line, but he drew the foul. Let's see if they'll say he was trying to shoot. I don't think so. Edmonds picks up his first. 2 team fouls for the Bruins, 3 for the Birds. Casper basketball along the end line for Robinson. Backs away on the right side arc, still has it on the floor. Now retreats, gets it back outside for Jaden Peters, one of the returning vets. And Peters will draw the foul. This one will go on Mason Bendinger, freshman from Woods Cross in Utah. Jima James will come on for the first time tonight for Casper. James, 6'6" freshman from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. He's got the ball, swings it left side outside, dribble drive, nice feed in deep, couldn't get the shot. They'll bring it back out top. Kuhn in the corner, 3-pointer on the way. Air ball comes right into the hands of EJ, who puts it up and in, but it's too late. Shot clock expired on the air ball. Score remains 17-12. We played almost 6 minutes. Slick has led all the way so far. Little pressure being applied in the back court. Jordan Battle, who checked in, will clear it, get it at the top, swing it in the left side along the sideline. They'll feed outside. High arc 3, no good. Long rebound claimed by Battle. Drives in the lane, throws it off the glass, and the prayers answered. His first hoop makes it 19-12, back to a 7-point margin. James out of back court for the Birds. Will hand to Bashir, and he'll give it off for Jaden Peters. Peters trying to work in the corner. Fall away from the right side of the baseline's no good. Out of back court, Battle. Looked like he may have gotten away with a carry. Feeds in the corner. The 3-pointer is no good. That one by Preston Squire, and then a foul whistle. Let's see where this one goes. Going to go on Edmonds. It'll be his second. Salt Lake now with 4 team fouls. The Birds with 3 will get a timeout on the court. 13-13 to go here. Opening half. Salt Lake by 7.
こっち見て。
Hey, Coach, so I've been with you for a couple weeks. What's your philosophy on player development?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it really boils down to 2 things: imagination and creativity.
Good, fine, good, yes, go, 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 go. Quick, one more time, It's coming, Rebound! Don't step on my two! Don't step on my two! Quick! Finish! Let's go! Come on, Trey! Let's go! Jump on your shot! Get your shot up! Let's go! One more! Let's go! Get it up!
Jack Noakes back at the house that Swede built. T-Bird Gym, Erickson Thunderbird Gym, and Casper. Early in November, we used to start this season with the Thanksgiving Classic. That's how old I am. 1912, Birds with the basketball down 7. We played nearly 7 minutes. Out of back court, James gets it right back, goes all the way down right side, shut off on the block, will feed in deep, and a jump ball whistled here or a foul. Kuhn with the basketball draws the foul. Birds will get it along the end line to the right side of the hoop. Out top, push for a long three. That's no good by Bashir. And then James almost had the steal. Battled back ahead. Dribble drive, a little jump step in the lane, no. The Bruins crashed the boards. Birds had position, but boy, that size is hard to beat. Cohen Collier from Holiday, Utah at 7'1" is the big guy, and he was dominating the boards along with Preston Squire, who's 6'11". So the two big guys, they've got 5 that are 6'10" or better. There's a push on a long three that's no good. Ball tapped around, kept alive nicely by the Bruins. Missed the dribble drive. Oh, that should have been over the top. I'll tell you what, Collier was all over the top that time. An easy putback for Jordan Battle, his 4th point. And then the Bruins are going to manage to stand their ground and draw the charge. James will get the foul. There's 12:11 to go here in the opening half, and it's now a 9-point lead for Salt Lake Community. Out of back court, here comes Zayon Collins. Ahead quickly to Squire. Loses the ball, it's picked up, the loose change in the lane, they'll kick it back outside. Collins over to Battle. Battle push for a three, no good. Birds hustling for a rebound, and Nathaniel Talich, the redshirt freshman from Cheyenne, famous football name and now basketball name in Wyoming lore, checks in for the first time. It's 21-12. Birds with the basketball down 9 in the front court. Out top, swing it to James. Head fake on the three, still has it on the floor. Pulls up, hesitates, shoots, that won't go, but the tip in is good. EJ with his 4th point. Officials say it wasn't on the rim. 21-14. Birds hustling with the double team in the lane. They'll try and kick it back outside. Long three. That one from the 7-footer. Preston Squire, not quite 7, 6'11". Birds will push for another three that hits glass and no rim. Hard rebound taken away by the Bruins. On the run now. Battle will stop. They'll go in the corner and then they'll feed it down low. Big man to big man. Can't get the shot. With the basketball, Collins kicks it back out front. Couldn't get a shot again. Shot clock under 10 in the paint. Floating one-hander in and out and in. That was Collins. No, I take that back. It was Battle. Off the bench with 6 quick points. Birds are down 9 again. Trying to spin the dribble as Rebatez still has it on the floor. Oh, did he get smacked across the nose? No harm, no foul. Set the bone later. The miss out of the corner by Kuhn, and Salt Lake will come back on the run. Halfway through the opening half, it's been all Salt Lake for the most part here. Again, climbing the boards, but a nice hustle job. EJ knocked it away, and Casper comes out. Trailing 23-14. Again, that's the second time that Collier has reached and got somebody across the bridge of the nose. This time he got caught and the foul. Team fouls now 6 for Slick and 4 for the Birds. Tell you what, they keep doing that, you're going to need Angelo Dundee in your corner to fix your nose. Bird basketball. Robinson floats the dribble at midcourt. Swings it outside for James, who wants to go down right side. Nice feed along the baseline. Talich couldn't control. Got it to Robinson. His shot blocked. Ball kept alive and saved. Bruins on the attack. Collins, who's done most of the quarterbacking, pulls up from the left side elbow. Bad shot, too hard. Birds come back the other way. All the way down for the shot that is good. Oh my. Malik Rebatez in heavy traffic with a great shot off the window. 23-16, and here's a foul going to be whistled. This one will go on Andrea Merich, the returning sophomore for the Birds. That'll be his first 15 foul. Birds right now with Rebatez, Robinson, Merich, Talich, and Bashir in the lineup. Shot clock winding toward 10. Collins behind a pick, loses his dribble, gets it back out top. They'll bounce in deep, layup no good. Merich may have had a partial block, then he gets the rebound. Robinson in a hurry into the front court, splits the double team, kicks it in the corner. Talich for three, that's no good. On the run, the bounce pass in the lane, too tough for the tall guy to handle. Turnover, Bruins. Under 8.5 to go now. Casper has not led. They've trailed by as many as 9 here. Down 23-16. Robinson wants a pick, tries to split it. Looked like he was held at the top of the key. Backs the dribble away, gives it to Talich. Talich will feed. Little scoop shot in the lane is no good. Rebatez couldn't get it to go. Well, I'm guessing that the pace has been to the Bruins' liking here. It has been fast and furious. And I'll tell you what, they get their big guys involved. Wide open three on the way, that's going to be good. Bryce Zephyr with his second three and his 8th point of the night. And the biggest lead of the night now of 10 for Salt Lake. Into the front court, Rebatez loses his dribble, kicks out for a three that's no good. Talich with the rebound, shot blocked, but a foul will be whistled. Talich will step to the line, I believe, for a pair here. Nope. Going to say it was before the shot, so the Birds will take it baseline right. 19 on the shot clock. They'll bring it back out top. Merich exchanges there, gives the ball to Rebatez. Behind a pick, pushes away, goes to the top of the key, still has it on the floor. Wants to turn on, nice feed. Robinson misses the left-hand layup. Well, when you go in the paint against a couple of 7-footers, it's easy to kind of short arm one, and I think that's exactly what he did. Three out of the corner, no good. Birds fighting for a rebound. Talich managed to hang on and get it to Robinson. Darius into the front court. Still has it on the floor, behind the back, free throw line. Gives it out to Bashir. He will back the dribble away with 13 on the shot clock. Rebatez wanted to drive, had his shot knocked away in the lane. Here come the Bruins. Collins with a nice drive, and I think Tom Parks needs a timeout. Zayon now has 9 points to lead the way, and the Bruins have their biggest lead of the ball game. It's 28-16 with 6:35 to go.
It's a good stepping stone, especially before going to university. When I came here, I found out a lot about like myself and what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, which is like something that's super scary. And so it was just a good stepping stone for me to kind of branch out and find other things that I could be interested in. So if you're struggling on finding where to go, I think Casper College is a great place.
Jack Noakes back at T-Bird Gym, opening home game for the Casper College Thunderbirds. Down 28-16 now, still 6.5 to play here in the opening half. And right now, Salt Lake City has lived up to that reputation of moving the basketball and scoring a lot. They hit 60% from the field in their win at Riverton, including 44% behind the arc. I don't think they're that well off tonight, but they've managed to get a lot of stuff inside. Robinson will bounce outside. Maric looking down low, fakes the give to Talich, and then Robinson leads Maric a little bit too tall, and it'll be a turnover by the Birds. Casper going to try a little full court pressure here. Battle has it on the floor, still hasn't crossed the line. Gets it over to the 6'10 guy, Preston Squire. Then they'll feed in deep, and that'll be put in the slammer. Xavier Edmonds, who started out strong, gets his 7th point, and it's a 14-point lead. In deep, off the glass, shot is no good by Sasser the third. Drew the foul, should go to the line for a pair. Be interesting to look when we get the halftime stats. I don't think Coach Parks is going to be real happy with the number of turnovers, just a guess, but and you can credit a lot to those big bodies from Salt Lake City. Free throw is no good. Edmonds will claim the rebound, and here they come. Leading by 14, under 6 to go here in the opening half. Collins all the way down left side, cross courts it back outside. Squire will dribble drive and little Euro step and leg it off the glass. His first basket, Preston from Ephraim, Utah, a 6'11 player. Birds want a three, that's partially blocked. Edmonds got in the way. Numbers back the other way. Little jab step and Euro step, and the running one-hander by Zephyr is good. Basket's gonna count, and the foul will go on Talich. It'll be his first. Bryce Zephyr, Carson, California, leading all scorers right now with 10 points. And the lead, Birds have been doubled up. It's 34-16, misses the free throw. Casper basketball, the offense hadn't been very good, but Robinson answers with a three of his own. Darius's second of the ball game, his 8th point of the night. Casper could use some more. We've got 5 minutes left here in the opening half. Battle drives, kicks in the corner, bring it back out top. Collins trying to go against Talich, and Talich almost knocked it away. They lose it. They're going to try a three, and that's good. Wow. How many 6'11 guys bury threes like that? Back the other way. 37-19 in favor of the Bruins. Robinson, one-on-one. Exchanges back out top. Dribble drive. Hang for a soft one-hander. Off the glass. No. Getting his own rebound. Following for the deuce. Sasser has his first basket of the ball game. 37-21. Salt Lake with the basketball in control of the first half right now. Zephyr with the basketball for Collins. A lot of dribbling, cross-court layup, wide open, softly. His 9th point of the night. Basket by Xavier Edmonds. 37-23. Birds in trouble. Managed to cut it to 2 one time, but since then it's pretty much been all Salt Lake City. Jordan Battle's going to pick up the foul. That'll be 8 team fouls. It'll send Nathaniel Talich, the freshman redshirt from Cheyenne Central, to the free throw line. And the first one's good. Talich from one of the great athletic families in the state. Brothers, great football players. His dad and uncle at the University of Wyoming. Had a chance to watch his sophomore cousin play volleyball last night. She's quite athletic too. 39-23 after Talich makes both free throws. Birds could use something that resembles a run as we wind down the opening half. Edmonds at the top. Looks for a pick, floats down the right side of the lane, bores in, gets his own miss, puts it up, misses again, but the tap is going to be good. There's just no way you're going to keep Squire off the boards, nor are you going to keep Collier off, the two 7-footers essentially. In deep, Jaden Peters floats a one-hander off the glass, ball tapped around, fought for, and Edmonds with an elbow settled down by his teammates as he really got into it that time with Josh EJ. EJ will take a seat. Marich will come in for the Birds. 41-23. It's been the big lead of the ball game for Salt Lake Community, 18 points. Birds haven't been to the free throw line a whole lot. They've been getting a lot of balls out underneath their own basket. Burning the baseline and laying it up and in that time is Nate Sasser III. Sasser with that left hand strong, and nobody could catch him along the baseline. Back the other way, they try and feed down low. Birds come away with the basketball. Sliding stop by Rebetez, who kept his dribble. Sasser right back to Malik. Swing it outside. Jaden Peters, left side elbow. They'll bring it back between the circles. Darius Robinson with 15 on the shot clock. In the corner. They want to try and burn the baseline again, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Rebetez will get called for it. His second, 7th team foul for the Birds. It's not a shooting foul, though. Player control. Kuan Kuhn back into the lineup for Casper. Jimma James also returns for the Birds, who trail by 16 with under 2.5 to play in the opening half. 41-25. Ooh, Peters almost had the steal. It comes back out top to Fullerin. They'll bounce to Fullerin, wants to burn the baseline against Marich. Can't get it to go. Ball tapped right into the waiting arms, though, and Squire is there for an easy deuce. He's got 9, the lead back to 18. Casper basketball. James bouncing on the high post. Marich is going to have it slapped away and taken away. just hard to turn into a double team against the quick hands of this team and the athletic ability. Long three on the way. No, Robinson will claim the rebound after the Luster miss. Darius hesitates, jump stop, throws up a one-hander. No, Maric with the rebound in deep, bores in, can't get it to go. Then tries to knock the ball loose from Polarin, and it comes back to Salt Lake, approaching a minute to go here in the opening half. Squire in the corner. Strange place for a big guy, but he's shown he can shoot it from there. Dribble drive, head fake into the paint, kick it right back out top. Little fall away with the left hand is no good. James will come away with the rebound, ahead for Robinson, who's run over that time. And the foul whistled on C.J. Luster. Darius to the free throw line, had 25 points in the season opener at Scottsbluff in the Cougar Palace. Under 50 seconds left now, and the Birds are down 18, 43 to 25 with Robinson, their leading scorer on the night with 8 points, stepping to the free throw line. Darius, one of 3 returning sophomores from Kenwood High School in Chicago. I believe it's Kenwood Academy, where they have like 4 D1 players this year. They've turned into one of the powers in the Windy City. Second free throw is nothing but net. He's in double figures with 10. The lead down to 16, if you can call it that. Clock winding to the 42nd mark here in the opening half. With the basketball, Battle gets it right back, will load for a 3, high arc, that's good. He's got 9, and it's a 19-point margin. Final 20 seconds, biggest lead of the ball game. 46-27, Robinson will yo-yo right at the half court. Waiting for EJ to come out, set the pick. Still has it on the floor, floats it from the elbow on the left side, and that's good. Darius with 12 points in the half, and it comes to an end. All Salt Lake City on the scoreboard. The Bruins 46, T-Birds 29. This is T-Bird basketball.
I chose Casper College because it's my hometown, and it always been like a goal of mine to come here first and then maybe go on, but I actually liked it here a lot better, so I decided to stay here. I like the community here, like how they do these things like the barbecues and everything. I think that's really cool how they try to get the students and everyone together. It's affordable for a lot of students, even out-of-state students, and also it's like I said earlier, the community, it's really good, and they try to help you in any way that they can here. And I know bigger universities don't care as much, and I think Casper College is perfect. I don't know, feels like home.
So one of the main reasons I chose Casper College is I'm from Casper, born and raised, and it's great that we have this community college here that it's ranked pretty high among community colleges. So I'm a non-traditional student, and I was a little bit nervous to come back to college, I guess. My major while I was a CC student was psychology, and I also got to be the president of the psychology club. I just had so many opportunities for leadership and personal growth. And I've just been so thankful. I really never imagined all of the opportunities that I would have had here. Just go for it. There is so much to do and so many things to be involved in. and challenge yourself, push beyond your own limitations that you had in your mind.
At Casper College, we're a hustle culture. We hustle for everything. Everything!
Hustle! 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 That's better.
Hey, Casper College, we can't miss.
Hold on, mate. I can do better.
All right, show me.
I want them to know that they'll be accepted. There's a lot of opportunities here, and there'll be a lot of one-on-one with the teacher. You'll get a lot more personal experience, and there's a lot of opportunities through Casper College, not just with getting a degree, but also like outside work and extracurricular stuff.
I think Casper College is a great place to start out your college journey. It's, again, there's small class sizes, there's really nice buildings and facilities, there's lots of variety of classes to choose from. To start off, there's all kinds of things you can try. If you're not sure what you want to do, like I was when I started, there's lots of things you can try, from lots of different foreign languages like Japanese or Russian, or the typical things like business and English, and there's lots of really good health science stuff here. So it's a great place to get started, and so I think people should give it a chance rather than going off to college somewhere else. This is a great place locally to kind of dip your toe in the water, so to speak.
Hey, Casper College, we can't miss.
Hold on, mate. I can do better.
All right, show me.
Jack Noakes back at Sweet Erickson Thunderbird Gym. It's been all Salt Lake Community College here in the first half. The Bruins leading 46-29 as the teams come back from the locker room. First half statistics, well, they show the dominance of this Salt Lake City team. 19 of 36, 53% from the field. The Birds are 10 of 30, 33%, and a lot of that due to, I'd have to say, poor shot selection due to the height and the athleticism of the Bruins. I mean, they're although the shot sheet says they only blocked 2 shots, they probably intimidated a dozen more. I mean, this is a big athletic team that knows how to score, and they play some pretty good defense. Casper just 3 of 13 behind the arc. That's 23%. The Bruins aren't great. They're 5 of 15 for 33%. Statistics that really jump out at you, though, and this is I guess, kind of to be expected. Points in the paint, Salt Lake City 17 to Casper's 12. Not that bad. Bench points, Salt Lake City 37 of its 46 coming from the bench. The Birds have 2 from their bench, and part of that is the way that Coach Taylor is substituting too. I mean, he is substituted from the get-go, not leaving people out there for very long stretches, trying to get, I would assume, as a lot of coaches are, trying to get a lot of players into the flow and see what he's got against a team that is a quality opponent, and that's, of course, what the T-Birds are. But right now, the home court advantage doesn't mean a whole lot. It's been all Salt Lake. The Bruins led by as many unofficially. I have them leading by 19. They're up by 17 right now. Casper has never led in the ball game. The Birds did cut it after falling behind 5-0. They did cut it to 2 at one time, may have even tied it at 9. Trying to remember, but that's as close as they've been, and they've never led in the contest. So we'll see what head coach Tom Parks has up his sleeve, and he knew coming in and chatting with him before the ball game, this was going to be a load to try and handle this team that is ranked number 5 in the preseason polls. Team that has won Region 18, I believe, 4 of the last 5 years, and that obviously one of the premier regions in all of junior college basketball. Obviously, there's Texas and Florida regions that are ranked higher, but Region 18 is always right there, and Salt Lake Community College over the past, 20 seasons or so has been really a big part of Region 18. So the Birds will have a lot of work to do when we start the second half of play. Their leading scorer is the returning Darius Robinson with 12 points. After that, nobody with more than 4. Rebetez has 4, EJ has 4, Sasser has 4. I mean, the scoring is just paced by Robinson. Darius is 4 of 7 from the field, including 2 of 3 behind the arc and 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Leading scorer for the the leading scorer for the Bruins with 10 points is Bryce Zephyr. And then they have, well, I shouldn't say that, Xavier Edmonds has 11. And it's pretty evenly distributed. Jordan Battle, who didn't start the ball game, has 9. You look down the score sheet, and a lot of people playing a lot of minutes for the Bruins right now, who will have the ball and a 17-point lead as we start the second half of play now. Out top with the basketball, bringing it to the right side, Zayon Collins. At the top, they'll give it to Zephyr. Fall away jump shot, no good, but the foul going to be whistled. That was C.J. Luster drawing the foul. And he drew the foul on, looked like on Abdul Bashir. Cowboys leading 24-7 as we near the end of the first half in the border war against CSU down in Laramie, which will make a lot of Cowboy fans happy. 48-29 after the miss on one of the free throws. Bird basketball. Quickly they'll kick it back out top. Bashir falls down, can't move, gets the feed back out top to Robinson, swings it left side, way outside. And then the reach on Rebetez, who almost lost the ball. Birds just having trouble controlling it. Robinson's going to have to put up a long three because the shot clock's winding down. Back the other way, cheating for the home run that time. And finishing is C.J. Luster. That's the biggest lead of the night at 21 now. Robinson controls on the left side to Bashir, who will bring the ball between the circles. Now goes left side along the lane. Loops a pass in the corner alone for a three. That's no good. Rebetez had a wide open look, couldn't get it to go. Here's the feed in deep, just playing catch now with Xavier Edmonds, who's got 11 points. Minute and a half into the second half, and the lead has grown to 23. Birds trying to get organized on offense against the double team, and a block will be whistled. Bashir should go to the free throw line for a pair here. Boy, a lot of hands playing defense and grabbing and hacking, and a lot of trouble for the Birds as Bashir misses the front end of the two-shot foul. Second one on the way, that's good. His fourth point. Salt Lake with Preston Squire in the lineup. The 6'11 guy sets up in the land of three, but they go opposite side. Now he goes down deep. Free throw is no good. He hustles for a rebound. Birds will come away with it. That's knocked loose in the back court and finally cleared to Bashir. Bashir dribble drive to the baseline right. Oh, he is just bumped out of bounds, and the Birds throw it away. I tell you, Xavier Edmonds chest to chest that time, and that's no contest. He's probably got 100 pounds on Bashir. Yeah, maybe not 100. He's got a good 50 anyway. Big guy. 52-30. Bruins with the basketball and a sizable lead here early in the second half. Dribble drive, layup blocked. Ooh. Up high, E.J. Josh with the block and then turns it over. They'll get a three. That is good. Well, C.J. Luster makes the Birds pay with his fifth point of the night. The lead at 25 now. Out top. E.J. will feed to Bashir in front of the T-Bird bench. Comes to the top of the key, still has it on a string. Wants to go left side, turns into a double team. Kicks it outside, dribble drive, left hand, no. Tip, no. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Bruins. Casper basketball, baseline to the right side of the hoop. Look at Robinson go cross court along the end line. Head fake on the three by Sasser. Loses his dribble, gets it in the corner to Darius with 13 to shoot. He'll drive all the way down the baseline. Floats a one-hander up that's good. The lone bright spot on the score sheet for the Birds with 14 now. Collins with the dribble, feeds the high post. Battle will turn, shoot, score. Let's see if it counts. We'll say the foul was before the shot. Bashir will get called, but they'll say it's before the shot. Off the inbounds play, the fall away, missed. Bashir can't hang on to the rebound, had it, but Michael Florian, who's all of 6'11", was right there behind him. Take a swipe at it, and the Birds can't control the rebound. Inbounds pass comes away to Luster, back out between the circles to Battle. Oh, nice feed. The layup is good by Squire. Good look, and the big guy with an easy deuce. 57-32. Bird basketball in the front court. Wide open, push for a three, in and out, no good. Rebetez thought he had a good look. He did, couldn't get it to go. Bruins on the run, almost turn it over and then gather it back in. Give it to Battle. Hesitation, feed Collins, no look, dribble, drive, wow. That was a pretty feed and a pretty finish by Squire for his 13th point of the ball game. 59-32. Robinson draws the double team, splits it, goes in the lane, throws up the jump hook, no. Rebound taken away, and the fast break back the other way. Three ball on the way, that's good, and a foul. Wow. C.J. Luster didn't score in the first half. He's got 8 quick ones in the first 5 minutes of the second. Foul will go against Rebetez, third personal. Birds with 3 right now on the team fouls. Luster scoreless in the first half, 8 here in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and the free throw no good, but the Birds can't control the rebound. Bothered from behind, the ball knocked loose, but then the Birds take it back. Running ahead quickly, fast break, hesitation, shot blocked. Rebound to Casper, though. Here's Robinson kicking in the corner. They'll try a three that's in and out, no. And Darius with a little soft touch from the baseline on the follow. Robinson now with 15 points on the ball game, make it 16. So with 14:47 to go here in the ball game, it's all Salt Lake. The 5th-ranked Bruins, 62-34 over the Birds, who trailed 46-29 at the halfway mark. It will be an interesting game tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock when Salt Lake City takes on Gillette. Sean Neary back as the head coach. And Gillette back in the JUCO ranks again. T-Birds will go at 4 o'clock against the Jumpstart Academy, which lost to Gillette in the opening ball game tonight. That final was 106-49. Bruins with the basketball, back on the attack out top. Squire's gone all the way, the big guy here in the second half. Hesitation dribble. They'll kick it outside. Battle will find Mendinger, who checked in for the first time tonight. Battle looked like he got away with a walk. Birds will get a block, and a foul will be whistled. Jaden Peters trying to get Josh E.J. under control, who didn't like the call. I'll tell you what, Michael Falarin, the 6'11 sophomore from London, just bullied his way to that rebound. Now will go to the line for a pair. He has not scored in the ball game, started tonight, and that's his first point of the evening. Had 10 in the win against Central Wyoming earlier this week. The lead is now 29 points. 63-34, make it 64-34. Valerian with a couple. Basketball, Robinson. They'll kick it on the left side, way outside to Rebetez, right back out top. Dribble drive, fall away from the lane. No, instead they'll find Rebetez. Gets in deep, can't get the shot off. Feeds it along the baseline, cross court on the baseline. And unfortunately for the Birds, Jaden Peters has got a foot out of bounds. So Tom Parks wants to take a timeout with 13:55 to go. Salt Lake 64, Casper 34. Back after this.
I want them to know that they'll be accepted. There's a lot of opportunities here, and there'll be a lot of one-on-one with the teacher. You'll get a lot more personal experience, and there's a lot of opportunities through Casper College, just not just with getting a degree, but also like outside work and extracurricular stuff.
Jack Noakes back at the house that Swede built. Erickson T-Bird Gym. Opening home game for the Birds, and has not gone Casper's way. Down 30. Just under 14 to play in the contest. Casper against the 5th-ranked team in the nation, a team that has led the nation in scoring the last 2 years. Bruins of Salt Lake Community College with the ball. Here's a foul whistled away from the ball, and it'll be on Casper. I think Rebetez is going to get this one. It'll be his 4th of the night. From quarter court on the hash mark in front of their own bench. The Bruins on the attack. Bouncing down low into the paint. Kick it back outside. Battle turned and couldn't get the shot. Still has it on the floor. Pulls up for a fall away that's nothing but net. It's a 2 and his 11th point of the night. Birds with the basketball, trying to get something going offensively. Jimma James will try a 3 that is hard off the glass, never got the rim. Long rebound taken on the run. The Bruins will look at a 3, wide open. Battle has it, boy. That was contested. He was open, but the Birds got out on him, and he drilled it to build the lead to 35. And a foul going to be whistled here. This will go against Salt Lake. Nathaniel Talich back in for Casper. Cohen Collier, the 7-1 player from Holiday, Utah, comes in. He'll replace Valerian, who's only 6'10". Back the other way, and Squires says, get that out of here. Robinson with a little hesitation tried to drop it in from the right side of the lane, nothing doing. Darius will bring it back in. They'll go in the corner there for EJ, back out top. Swing it for Peters. Jaden back to Robinson. Robinson for 3, got it again, and it's contested. He has been the offense tonight for Casper with 19 points now. Half of the Birds scoring, more than it. They have only 37. Back the other way, Casper for the block, no. Long rebound comes ahead. Robinson wants to go. Thought he had somebody following to lay it off, and he did have someone behind him. Jimma James, a foul will be whistled. They're going to say Robinson was shooting before the pass off. We'll take it. Darius, who had 25 against Western Nebraska earlier this week, misses the front end, the first shot. Two-shot foul. Chance to make it to 20 points on the evening, and he will. Was a good free throw shooter last year when he averaged 10 points a ball game. 69-38. Birds want to show a little full court pressure here. And it's broken easily to Luke Smaley. Smaley falls down, kicks it back out front. They'll work it around the right side. No, they'll get it in the lane. They'll feed Smaley for a driving layup that's good. Wow. Birds with the basketball, jump step, feed in deep, almost taken away from Kuhn, gets it back outside. Robinson at the top, Nathaniel Talich, that's an air ball. $11:39 to go in this one, 71-38 Bruins. Basketball to Salt Lake, Slick on the attack. Birds want a double team in the front court, and Talich is going to get the foul. Zephyr to play it in. And they'll get it in to Jordan Battle, who has 14 points on the night. Dump it down low to the big guy. Got the mismatch, he threw it away. Talich comes away with the steal. Nathaniel holds up, nice feed to Robinson, backs it away in the land of three, still has it on a string. Kicks outside, Talich for another three. This one's no good. And then they're going to call a rebounding foul on the push-off by Kuan Kuhn. 7th team foul for the Birds, so the Bruins will shoot from here on out. At the line, Bryce Zephyr, 10 points on the evening, I believe. All of them in the first half. Lefty eyes the first one, hits the front of the rim, and it rolls and falls through. His 11th point of the ball game. Bruins led it by 17 at the halfway mark, 46-29. Birds have never led. They did get the lead down to 2 in the opening 5 minutes, but since then, all Salt Lake City. High dribble into the front court. Jimma James doesn't lose it. Birds still have the ball to Talich. Nathaniel draws the double team, loses his dribble, swings it outside to Bashir. Wants to burn baseline. Feeding Talich in deep. His shot blocked as he tried to go against the 7-footer. But a foul going to be whistled here, and he'll go to the line for a pair. This will go against the 7-footer. Cohen Collier, 7'1" from Holiday, Utah. Two other guys that are 6'11", they have 5 that are 6'10" or better. Talich, first free throw is good. 2 out of 3 now at the free throw line for his 2 points this evening. Long ways to go in this one, 10:42. Birds just trying to make up a little ground and make it respectable, try to double team. Broken ahead, easy for the dunk. They threw it too far in. Tap back out front. Casper with rare numbers, head fake on the 3. Talich looking in the corner, spin dribble, losing his dribble as James kicks it out front. And that's a 3 that's good by Abdul Bashir. His 7th point makes it 73-43. Halfway through the second half. Dribble drive, that looked like a travel. Instead, they throw it out of bounds. C.J. Luster, the guilty party. Talich with the basketball. Basketball in the hands of James now and exchanges with Bashir. Wants to go right side, dribbles it off his foot, corrals it at half court. Down to 10 on the shot clock now. James, spin dribble, fall away, elbow, left side, no. Rebound taken away by Collier. Ahead quickly, they'll run the court, and that's an easy deuce. Squire now with 15 points on the night. 75-43. James feeding out top. Bashir against the double team. Fall away, rims and goes from the left side elbow. That's good. He has 9. It's 75-45. This is a Salt Lake team that expects to go to Hutchinson early in the season. They're ranked 5th in the country. Not showing any weaknesses here tonight. Try another long three that's tapped out of bounds. Collier trying to blame one of the Birds. The 7-footer didn't get away with it that time. Kuhn will leave for Casper. Wholesale substitutions, or at least a couple coming in. EJ will return for the Birds, along with Sasser III. Talich stays in, and Casper will get the high post feed. Try and dish it to Talich in deep. He's hammered from behind. That'll be C.J. Luster's foul. His 4th. Bird basketball to the right side along the end line. 8:39 to play. 75-45. Andrea March, one of the returners coming in for the Birds, the player from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I got to pronounce that better than that. Little geography lesson. Basketball comes into the Birds, and another whistle. Whistled away from the play, and this foul is going to be on the Birds, and Talich is going to pick up his 3rd. Well, a frustrating night to say the least for Casper College. After the men get a big road win at Western Nebraska, they come home and face a team that has got the size of an NBA team and got the athleticism too. Spin dribble, kick back out front. Dribble drive in the lane. Reverse layup is no good that time. A little too fancy by Brady Smith. Birds will come back, try a long three, get a long three. Bashir in double figures now with 12. See if Casper can get a defensive stop. No, there's a 3 out of the corner by Xavier Edmonds, his 14th point. 6'9" from Long Beach, California. Spin dribble, Bashir ducks in, falls away from 10, no. Ball volleyballed around, tapped around, taken away by the Bruins. They'll run it ahead. Spin dribble by Smith, no good. See if Robinson picks up the foul here. May have got a knee right in his thigh. Holding it. Darius will get his first foul of the night. And gingerly approached the bench, took a knee right in that front thigh, the left one. First free throw by Smith is his first point of the ball game. Ooh. 7:40 still to go. Salt Lake well on its way to triple figures here. 79-48. And the second free throw is no good. Casper will claim a rebound. Revetez will run it ahead. They'll try and dive down the lane, get it to Maric, miss the left-hand puppy. Back the other way, 3-on-2. Boy, that didn't look like a walk. I don't know what does. The shot was no good anyway by Luster. Birds come away the other way. Looking in the corner, lose the dribble on the baseline, bring it back out top. Peters. Little dribble drive, they'll get it to Jaden in the corner, put up a running one-hander that rims, doesn't go. Maric tries to control the rebound, taken away by guess who? That would be Preston Squire. An exasperating night for Casper College on the home debut. 6:54 to play, timeout on the court. Birds down 79-48. We'll come back.
I want them to know that they'll be accepted. There's a lot of opportunities here, and there'll be a lot of one-on-one with the teacher. You'll get a lot more personal experience, and there's a lot of opportunities through Casper College, just not just with getting a degree, but also like outside work and extracurricular stuff.
Update you on a football score. Still 11 minutes to play down in Laramie. And the Cowboys with a 9-point lead over the Rams. It's Wyoming 24, CSU 15. Wyoming with the football. And they're on their own 40-yard line. Still 11 and a half or 11 minutes to go in the contest here. Birds down a bunch, 79-48, 6:50 to go. Casper basketball in the front court. Revetez trying to go down the right side. Another foul whistled away from the ball. This is a block, and it's going to be called on the Bruins. Casper basketball in the front court. On the dribble and backing away the dribble is Sasser. Kicks it in the corner. They'll try a three that is no good. Ball tapped around. Sasser couldn't run it down. It'll go out of bounds and over to the Bruins. Birds with a little full court pressure. It hasn't bothered the Bruins at all this evening. Nothing bothering the Bruins. They have the basketball in control. Zayon Collins with the dribble all the way down the right side. Cross courts outside. High arc three by the 7-footer. No. Gets his own rebound. Misses the bunny. Squire with a couple of misses there. Casper will come away on the run. And the drive off the glass is no good. Sasser goes down hard. His teammates will help him up, and he'll go to the line for a pair. Foul will go on Preston Squire, who right now has 15 points on the night. First free throw is good by Sasser, his 5th point of the ball game. Just a tick more than 6 minutes left in this one. And the second one no good. But I think, well, no, they're going to call a rebounding foul. Wow. This will go on Rohan Butler, who just checked into the lineup for the Birds. Butler, a 6'4" freshman from London. And he will send Xavier Edmonds to the free throw line. First one's good. 15 on the night for him. Lots of balanced scoring, as you would expect when you have 80 points. Second one on the way. Gets a kind jingle by the rim. 16 now for him, 81-49. Sasser with the basketball. Working down the left side, kicks it out top. Fumbled away and then gathered back. They'll feed in deep. Boring in. Maric misses the hook. Looked like he was hammered on the rebound. And then a foul going to be called. I think maybe Jaden Peters will get this one for the Birds. Maric looked like he was mugged a couple of times on the rebound. Instead, the foul's going to go on Maric, who looked like he was mugged. Brady Smith to the free throw line, and the first one is good. Came off the bench and now has 2 points, the 6-footer from Logan, Utah. Second one, nothing but net. 83-49. With the ball, the Birds trying to get something going offensively. In deep, they'll kick it back outside. Butler for a three that's no good. Ball tapped around and taken away by Xavier Edmonds and then cleared. Gives it to Battle. Battle has it on the floor, wants to back between the circles. Loses his dribble along the sideline, covered up in a hurry. They'll get it to Smith, cross-courted out top. Zayon Collins at the top of the free throw, or the key rather, kicks outside for a long three that's no good. Sasser will flag that down in the corner and bring it ahead on the run. His tip pass just tried to volleyball it to Maric. Looked like it was tipped by one of the Bruins, and then Maric couldn't control it. Under 4 and a half now, or right at 4.5 to play in this one. Spin drive, reverse, fall away, pretty move. Count the basket by Jordan Battle, who's now got 16 points on the evening. 85-49, that's a 36-point lead, biggest of the ball game for the Bruins. Approaching 4 minutes to go. Spin dribble in the lane. Kick it outside. And Butler looked like maybe the shot was partially blocked. He hustles, ties the ball up. Loose ball picked up. That should be goaltending. Thank you. Count the basket. It'll go to Rebetez. And a little slap on the backboard means the Birds get a hoop. Approaching 4 minutes to go in this one. Tom Parks will join us, hopefully after the game. Get his take on a solid win by the Bruins. They have the basketball, and a drive and a dribble drive from the left side by Battle is no good. Drew the foul again. That foul will go against Rebetez. That'll be his second. Team fouls are now 10 on the Birds, so we're in the double bonus. 3:50 showing on the scoreboard clock. Had a better crowd than might have expected tonight. State volleyball going on, and Kelly Walsh played earlier in the afternoon, and then of course a lot of people in Laramie or watching that game on television as the Cowboys, with a little over 7.5, lead by 9, 24-15. We're in the fourth quarter. Second free throw is there. Battle now with 18 on the evening. Butler will play it into Robinson. Darius leading the way for Casper tonight with 20. Out top. Kuhn with the basketball. Will exchange there with EJ. Wants to spin, goes to the left side. Gives it to Kuhn, and Kuhn with the dribble back for Robinson. Under 10 on the shot clock, winding down to 5. Darius pull up from the left side, elbow won't go. Ball tap, put back up, that won't go. Shot block, goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Josh EJ. Birds with full court pressure, trying to trap the ball. Smith will bring it ahead with a quick pass, and then the shot is missed by Smith. Back the other way. Jump step in the lane, that should be, we're going to call a foul, or we're going to call goaltending. In the net that time was Folarin. Folarin will get the foul, and that will send Kuhn to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair here with 3:01 to go in the contest. And the first one is good. Had 2 points in the opening night road win at Western Nebraska. Second one's there. Kuhn, a 6'9" sophomore from Omaha. Birds trying to pressure Luke Smaley. He gets it to Smith in the front court, running a little weave out top. Smith down the right side against Robinson, will back it away with 10 to shoot. Still has it on the floor, gets a pick, gets it back out top. They'll get it to Smaley, feeding the low post. Layup is good. Got the mismatch, and the 7-1 Collier gets his first points of the ball game. Casper basketball with 2:20 to go. In the paint, Butler wanted to spin. Instead, he fed Robinson along the end line. He couldn't hang on. Lots of bench points. Be interesting to see how many. It was 37-2 in favor of Salt Lake at the halfway mark. At the halfway mark, they had 46, and 37 of them were from the bench. Back the other way. Butler trying to get loose, couldn't shake Kuhn that time. Still has it on a string. Draws the double team, kicks it outside. And they're going to try a long three that is good. I'm laughing because they can't miss when they come in off the bench. Bendinger for 3 to make it 92-53. 39-point lead. Birds will turn it over on the offensive end. Jump step, kick it in the corner. Smaley trying to bounce. Birds may have got away with the kick. It comes loose to the Bruins for another 3. No, and the follow. Just playing volleyball that time. Bettinger gets his 5th point of the ball game. And the lead grows to 41 points. And right now it's Darius Robinson, the T-Bird, who is on the floor. Not something the Birds need to see on a night like tonight that has been all Salt Lake City almost since the opening tap. Darius holding that right knee. Trainer's out with him. Birds will come to the bench and gather around head coach Tom Parks. Well, after tonight, we have a 4 o'clock ball game tomorrow afternoon. Jumpstart Academy from Salt Lake, which was handily beaten by Gillette Junior College earlier this evening. That Gillette battle against Salt Lake City will come at about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on this court. Not a good sign. They're going to help Robinson from the court, not putting anything on that right leg. Well, 1:19 left in this contest. And a 41-point lead for Salt Lake. Birds basketball. Butler will bring it ahead down the left side for Talich. Back out top, give it to Peters. Jaden, right side feed, outside. Kuhn, right back to Peters, goes in the corner. Butler wants to drive, spins, fall away off the glass. No, tapped up, no, follow, no, and a whistle, yes. (94-53). This will send Kuan Kuhn to the free throw line, where he's 2 for 2 tonight for his only points of the evening. First one's in and out, no good. Second one on the way is good, and Kuan with 3 points on the evening. Final minute of play, long three, no good. Rebound taken away by Sasser. Runs it ahead from the left side, layup is good, and he drew the foul. So it'll be Nate Sasser the third to the free throw line. 7 points thus far this evening, had 11 at Scotts Bluff. Misses front rims the free throw, and it's 94-56. Butler, long three, no good, or battle rather, long three, no good. Birds back the other way. Out top to Sasser. Tries to dribble, drive, and reverse it with the right hand. Didn't go. Final 20 seconds underway. Slick can just hold on to the basketball. It'll be poked out of bounds. Brady Smith losing it and then kicking it in the backcourt, where Jordan Battle can run the clock out when he crosses the timeline. 94-56 is going to be your final here. Wow. So the Birds go to 1-1 on the season. Salt Lake Community College goes to a perfect 2-0 as they dominate Casper tonight and win it 94-56. The Birds outscored 46-29 in the opening half, and then outscored 48-27 in the second 20 minutes, and they'll regroup and take on a prep team tomorrow. It'll be Jumpstart Academy in here. That should be a 4 o'clock tip-off. We'll have a 2 o'clock game that will precede that. That will be Gillette against Slick, Salt Lake Community College. The Birds head to the locker room and will hopefully have a chance to visit with head coach Tom Parks. Always difficult when you get drubbed like this, and the Birds were drubbed tonight. No way around it. The number 5 team in the nation came in here and just dominated Casper from the get-go. Casper did not have an answer for the athleticism nor the height, and Salt Lake walked away with a victory that I'm sure they will agree was every bit as easy as the final score. We'll come back, take a look at the score sheet when we return. Final score again, 94-56. Salt Lake Community College going to 2-0 on the season. Casper College falls to 1-1.
I chose Casper College because it's my hometown, and it always been like a goal of mine to come here first and then maybe go on, but I actually liked it here a lot better, so I decided to stay here. I like the community here, like how they do.
Jack Noakes back at Erickson T-Bird Gym. T-Birds go down to defeat in a big way, 94. 94 to 56, your final score in Tom Park's home debut. And you really don't need to look at a whole lot, just a couple of statistics to know what happened this evening. Points in the paint with those 7-footers and 6'10 guys, 33 to 16 in favor of the Bruins, but the big one was the bench scoring, and Coach Taylor just ran his bench in from the opening tip, and they outscored the Birds 56 to 7. And I suppose that's not a huge surprise given the fact that, you know, you got 5 guys that are over 6'10 on this team, and you can run big guys in and athletic guys in all night long, was what Coach Taylor did for Salt Lake City as the 5th-ranked Bruins jump out to an early lead. Casper got it to 2 at once after falling behind 9-2 in the opening couple of minutes. But that was the end for the Birds. They never could really sustain anything offensively. The official statistics show 13 turnovers for Casper, just 6 for the Bruins. They also show just 2 block shots by Salt Lake, and that isn't even close to where they were. They had a lot more block shots and a lot of hurries, too, for the Birds. Here's the totals for Casper as far as the leading scorer in the ball game. That would be Darius Robinson, who left with a minute and a half to go. Couldn't put any pressure at all on his right knee. Robinson had 20. He was 7 of 16, including 3 of 5 behind the arc, 3 of 4 at the free throw line, and had a couple of defensive rebounds. He turned the ball over twice. He was the leading scorer and the only one in double figures for Casper. Nate Sasser finished with 7, 9 tonight for Abdul Bashir. And those were the guys who did the damage. Malik Rebatez also had 6, but not a lot behind Darius Robinson. For the Bruins, their leading scorer, Jordan Battle, finished with 18. Bryce Zephyr had a dozen. Preston Squire, one of the big guys, finished with 11. Xavier Edmonds did a lot of damage inside. He finished with 15. And C.J. Luster had 10, all of them coming during the second half of play. The Bruins were 33 out of 70, 47% from the field on the game, 9 of 25 behind the arc. That's 36%. And at the free throw line, they made 16 of 20. That is 80%. T-Birds were 17 of 63, just 27% from the field. 5 out of 24 behind the arc. That is 20.8%, 21% call it. And that pretty much summed it up. They were 14 of 19, the Birds were, 74% at the free throw line, which is okay, obviously. But a lot to work on for Casper as they will face the Jumpstart Academy tomorrow afternoon. That should tip about 4 o'clock. We'll have that stream for you. And as far as the first game tomorrow, which we obviously won't stream, but fans will be interested to see, Gillette, newly returned to the JUCO ranks, will take on this Salt Lake Community College team. The 5th-ranked team in the nation, the Bruins, really showed their stuff tonight as they dominate the whole team. They led it 46-29 at the halfway mark. They build on it in the second half, outscoring the Birds 48-27, and they win going away the final 94-56. That's going to do it for us tonight. We will see you tomorrow afternoon, long about 4, when the Birds will take on Jumpstart Academy. Thanks for being with us.